Pisces, welcome to your Astroflower reading, going from the 18th through to the 24th of September. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you have a lovely reading. We are going to be going through that equinox as well next week, so you might want to see your equinox reading, which will be coming out next week on this channel here. Let's just see what's going on for you on your overall energies this week. The devil's in the detail. I think there could be a lot going on. I think you've started something over the past sort of like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's really sort of infusing you. There's a lot going on. I think there's a lot going on about love and stuff like that in your last week reading. But the devil's in the detail, and I think the energy now is sort of like showing you a lot of the detail, showing you a lot of the things that may have been unmasked, that sort of are being diverting you from your pathway, and you can realize, we can all get fooled by ourselves and by the world around us, which divert us off into various aspects of our lives, which we know we shouldn't have done at some point. This here is where the overall energy is really trying to help you out here, trying to sort of see the sort of aspects of your life around you that have that may sort of distract you more than anything. It also may be a case of the energy is also, there is something to be said about being a bit obsessive here, and this can be a good thing as much as it can be a bad thing. So the good thing is when you're working on your heart's desires, being obsessive about it is a good thing, right? But when you're also at the same time, if there's someone around you that's a bit obsessive, a bit sort of like addictive, and ourselves, if we have an addiction to something that is very detrimental, that's not a good thing. So it can play out in both ways. So there is that aspect as well to keep in mind. Okay, let's just see what's going on your relationship side. It wants to jump out, and it's going to jump out. Ace of Cups. Being obsessive about your cup, basically. This could be it could be the overall energy that you could be having someone. They could have a Capricorn around you that may be just being a bit obsessive and a bit sort of like narky. We can be like that, us Capricorns. But this is you and your karmic path. In your relationships here it's like your holy grail. That's what the Ace of Cups is about. It's the purest version of yourself, the purest version of your heart. And I think this is where you should be. If you engage in your purest version of your heart, no matter what's gone on in the past, the future will look a lot better and will be a lot more enjoyable, a lot more sort of happy-go-lucky, a lot more sort of fun, a lot more laughter and everything like that in it. So engage your heart. As much as, the heart should maybe coming in from someone else. But because it's on your karmic path, I think it's all about you. Putting your heart out there, singing and dancing your way, which you're so good at, Pisces. You're so good at it. Here we go. That's that Ace of Cups up there. You can see that one cup there that's shining. The Seven of Cups here, the universe is here sort of turning around to you, sort of saying, that is your evident path. That Ace of Cups. That's what you should be following. You can have life in around you. You can have loads of choices or possibilities. I don't believe in choices actually in life, but there's lots of possibilities around you. And when you look at those possibilities, at one moment or another, you're going to be able to turn around and sort of say, this is the evident path. This is what I should be doing. You're going to feel it inside you. Out of all those possibilities, this is what I should be doing. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's the easiest of paths either. But the universe is trying to help you, distill your life into that heart's desires, basically, within you. You've even got the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the pack there, which is offering that heart out to the rest of the world that is around you. So that's what the universe is sort of saying. Where have you come from? Where are your guides connecting your past to your future? This is this next petal here. It's on the super subconscious level on the Astroflower. Something is dead, done and dusted within the past. This is what it is, and this is the renewal of this. So letting go of something in the past that it's like having a massive hole in your boat and you've only got a small piece of wood to fix it, and it's just not going to happen. The piece of wood is not big enough to fix the hole in the boat. So you probably got to either take the whole boat apart and make a smaller boat, but that would be way too complicated. And this is sort of saying here, is just sort of saying, leave the boat, take a new one, invest in a new cup. That's what it's all about. And this is where you've come from. I think it's been trying year for you in regards to relationships over the past, certainly last autumn and sort of like winter periods. I think that was quite tricky for you. It's been a lot easier since, but it has been there has been complications in it. And I think you're almost deciding here, this is what I'm getting now, is like you're almost deciding, is kind of going, that Pisces is no longer, it's over and done with, it's dead, done and dusted with, moving on. You are rebirthing yourself in an evident path that you should be following in regards to your relationships that are around you. And be strong and true to what you should be, what you should be doing, basically. Be true to your heart. Queen of Swords. Is it? That's the King, sorry. Do apologise. It's the King of Swords. This is beautiful. This is inside you, in the conversation that is within you. This is a situation where this is through judgment. This is through judgment of wisdom as well. And what you've been living, knowing who you are, knowing the people that are around you, knowing the relationships that are around you, gives you that wisdom of how to build and create that beautiful environment that you're actually looking for, that is on your karmic path. And within you, within your thought process, within your mind's eye, and how your guides are trying to help you in the future, is giving that clarity of vision, that clarity of wisdom within you. And I would, in order to let your heart fly, you have to have that clarity of vision. You can't have your heart, it's very difficult for your heart to fly in chaos. So I would, use that clarity of vision in order to allow your heart to fly, basically. And what does it build? This is the overall outcome. What does it build into? Very sociable times. I don't think this is to do with personal relationships. I think this is how you're having a relationship with the world around you, with everything that is around you. And it's it's all about you, how you are repositioning yourself. And with this repositioning that you're doing, and that's what September seems to be about, the repositioning of yourself is positioning into a place where it is very vibrant, very active, very sociable, passionate about where you're going, basically, and securing those passions because you're leading it through that Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups, and allowing your heart really to sort of dance through life and fly through life. It's really good. But that is part and parcel of it. You've got to realise that. And there's some things I think you need to realise that are finished within you. You're not going to be like this. You're not going to pander to these people that caused you pain in the past. There's no point. Unless they come to you changed, understood what they've been doing and everything like that. So I think there's a certain aspect of you that, sometimes we can just be too kind. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing for you. That's not a good thing for the people around us. If I can say that, say like one of my kids are hurting themselves, emotionally hurting themselves, and if I sort of say, it's okay and everything like that, no, it's probably better for me to turn around and sort of say, look, I think you're doing that wrong, stop it, because that's really hurting you and I don't like seeing you hurt. A bit of hard love is good at the same time. And so sometimes you may realise kind of going, I've just been too soft. And that's the end of that. Pisces, you're sort of saying to yourself, that's dead, done and dusted with. It's caused me nothing but pain in the past. I just want to be fun. I want to have fun now. I'm going to enjoy life. I want to have fun. That's what the motto sort of comes through here. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your karmic message here, this is beautiful. Your karmic messages are really lovely here. This is seeing things for what they are, within the reality that is around you, in what you're doing in your job and your business. Seeing what works, seeing what makes you happy. And once you see that reality of what makes things happy, that's when you're going to stop with the confusion of not seeing reality for what it is. That is the difficulty that you're getting past, and you're heading towards seeing things for what they are, so that you can actually be really happy about what you're doing. It's also going to help you to advance a lot on your career path and your business and your projects, because you're happy about what you're doing. There's many studies to show that when people are happy at work, they work a lot more efficiently. So if you started applying that within your life, you can, make some really good strides forward to, what you're after, basically. This is what the universe is bringing you. You've now got 2 aces on the table here. This is really good. The universe is bringing you absolute victory within your... If you're applying for a job at the moment, you should be true to... Don't just apply for a job. Apply for a job that you want to do. I think that's really important. If you want to start a business trying to do the things that you love doing. Making jewelry, or starting a dance school, or whatever you want to do, or starting a band, or whatever, just enjoying it. And I think the universe here is going to bring you not just victory here, because they're bringing you that crown. That's the beautiful thing about it. They're almost crowning you in your success. That's what it seems to be here, because you're happy about where you're going, and that happiness is going to breed into success, and the universe is backing you all the way here. Where have you come from? 6 of Pentacles. I think you've been cautious in the past. I think the way you've stepped forward, and we've seen that in your work a lot, where you've taken calculated risks rather than just risks. These have been calculated risks in the past, and it's given you a good steady progression in whatever you want to do in life. It could be to do with your own projects, it could be to do with your business or your job. And this is where you've come from. You come from a place that's it's been very calculative, not in a nasty way, in a good way. Calculating before you do something, so then you do it correctly, basically, and making sure that you've been okay and that you're getting a progression within your career path. That's where you're coming from. If I'm not mistaken, I think maybe the Fool will come out here, or maybe the Wheel of Fortune, because it seems like you're now taking a few risks because you've got this security. Patience. Mulling things over. That's not what I'm getting. Excuse me. I get this impression that your spirit, because this is in your future self, this is in the conversation that's going through you, there is a touch of this coming out here, and it's still sort of playing through you, that is a bit sort of cautious about where you're going. But I think your happiness will open up a lot more, and I think there's something to be... The reason we're patient is because at some point we need to be active. And I think this is coming up on your radar now. I think there's a stage here where you're kind of sort of saying, well, I've been cautious for so long. I'd like to take a bit of a risk. That sort of sensation is coming up through you. The only thing I would say is be careful of that card there. And that could be that whole sort of thing of distraction. So, yes, I will be careful with it. It's a very tricky situation there. Be interesting in what's going to come out in the Light Seers cards as we clarify that sort of card there. We need some more information in regards to that card there, I think, more than anything else. Let's just see what the overall outcome is though for you. This ties into patience as well. This is procrastination. This is waiting for that moment, waiting for the right moment to jump in, to go on that journey. And that's where the devil could be in the detail here. And this is what you could be mulling over. There is obviously some sort of situation, and it could be the offering of a new job. It could be the possibility of sort of you sort of saying, I'm getting bored in this job, I want something better. And this is where the karmic message is sort of saying, work towards your happiness. And when you do, the universe will back you up in that. On your guides, we're getting very, very sort of patient cards. Very sort of, I wouldn't say they're slow, but they are pretty slow cards. So nothing's moving on really, really quickly at the moment. But at the same time, there is a journey to go on. There is a moment where you're going to have to stop procrastinating in the future and take your bit of a leap of faith, as it were. Yeah, I think that's what's. I think there's something coming up at the moment. I think you're putting into clarity how you want to progress on your path, and this has been a very consistent way of dealing with finances for you over the past sort of 6 months in a way, in regards to your job, your business and stuff like that. Before you take that step forward, you have been doing a lot of sort of reflection and being very cautious about how you do things, and that's what sort of comes out in that as well. As I say, I'd like to see what's going on in the Light Seers cards, and we're going to clarify with that. Just to sort of say, I've got the information out for the workshops, the energy workshops in the UK. The dates are between the 20th and 23rd. It's going to be in the Bath region. You will find a link to the Facebook events page in the description. If you want to be part of that, send me an email. There's an email there and I will send you all the details. There's a link where you can reserve your space on that workshop. People are booking up already. As I say, it's in October, between the 20th and the 23rd of October. And then I'm also sent out this weekend the information for the United States and Australia workshops as well. If you want to be part of that, send me an email and you will see the dates and the area in which I will be holding energy workshops in those countries there. If you want to be part of it, please do send me an email. Yes, thank you very much for being here, by the way. I really do appreciate your support for this channel more than anything else. Let's just get on with the Light Seers card clarification. The devil's in the detail. You're offering your heart out here, and I think in both sense, there's communications that's going on, there's celebrations, as you can well see here on this part here. You know, there's a lot of things going off on this. He's not actually on his horse, he's actually proposing something. So I think the devil is in the detail of how you propose it. And I think this is as much as for your work side as for your relationship side. It's the way in which you engage your Ten of Cups, your happiness after difficulty within your work side. And the detail is in that. I think it's also the detail of how you engage in the relationships that are around you, which we saw with the Ace of Cups. And what do we get? Death and rebirth. This is the death and rebirth of you, I think, more than anything else, Pisces. I think you've decided to be different, and which is, I think it's a really good thing for you. And you've decided to follow that cup, that Ace of Cups, basically, as you go forward. What's going on with the Seven of Cups? You get Temperance, which is opposite there as well. And it comes through this new you. And I think this reiterates the idea that after patience, there comes action. And I think this is where the universe is sort of saying to you, within your relationship now, within you and how you engage in your relationships around you. Because this is what the Astroflower does. What the Astroflower does is comes from a lot of healing. I should do a lot of healing. Well, I used to, I still do. Still, it's my daytime job, as it were. I do a lot of healing, and I was thinking, you know, over the last 30 years, I'm trying to work out a system that people can use in a very practical way in order for them to engage in energy. Therefore, they don't have to, do the healing process. Prevention is much better than cure, as it were. So this is what the Astroflower is sort of doing. And I do these readings in this way, not to sort of say, they're not precise in a way of sort of saying, okay, you're going to meet a person in a coffee shop. Sometimes I get information like that, and if I'm working on an individual basis, and you can find private readings linked in the description below, but on an individual things, yes, I can get very particular on the clairvoyancy and on it's like a psychic reading in a way. But as a general reading, what the Astroflower is trying to do is help each individual sign engage their energies in a very productive way, so they get the most out of life, so they get the best out of life. And whatever you do is whatever you do, but how you engage your energy is really important. So what's this Ten of Swords all about? Something is dead, done and dusted with. So then therefore you can start heading towards your happiness, basically the sun. Let go of something that's sort of like, that's dead, done and dusted within you, and actually allow that happiness to shine through, because that's what that Ace of Cups is all about. With the King of Swords, what's this? Wisdom and clear vision for you. Let the sun shine, let the sun shine in. I'm trying to think of a song about love now. Love, love, love. That's the Beatles, obviously. It's twice the Beatles, actually. No, it wasn't. The first one was out of that. Yeah. Anyway, clear vision. And it's a clear vision of how you wish to engage in the world around you. And it's engaging with your higher self. It's engaging with other people, with other relationships in a very beautiful, communicative sort of sense, where it fits like a glove fits a hand in a way. So you're going from the Ace of Cups, that's on your karmic path, and you're bringing it forward into the Two of Cups, which is the unification of you and someone else. It could be you and yourself, I think, more than anything else. But I do believe that clear vision is sort of saying, I almost feel like you've understood now, and sort of you're saying to yourself, sort of, if I want to be in love, I have to love myself. That's what it needs to be. That's the sort of thing. And it seems like there is an offering here of love in there as well. This is quite an amazing love reading for you, Pisces. Really, really beautiful. Let's just see what the Knight of Wands is all about. King of Pentacles, ultimate security, knowledge. There's loads of books behind this person here, so they've actually studied life a lot. They know how life works, as it were, and it's brought them security, it's brought them abundance, it's brought them richness within their relationships side. A good solid foundation, and it's not just built upon one person. For me, that wolf is all about the wolf pack, the family, the friends, the community, feeling secure in where you are, who you're with, and everything like that. I think this is the work that you've got to do on your karmic mission this week. Here is going to build that and breed that within you. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side with the Ten of Cups. The card doesn't want to come out, so this card does. You get the Page of Wands. There is some sort of mission building in you, and it's been building for some time, and I think you're now starting to see the reality of that building, and now you're seeing the reality of that building, of that project, of building, of that energy within you. It's opening that pathway. That's what a page does. They learn to open the pathway so the knight can come through and secure that path as well. What's going on with the Ace of Swords? Is it the universe bringing in that mission for you? That card doesn't want to come out either, so that card does. Yes. This is a very loving reading for you. I think this is loving life. It's all about loving life, and the universe is trying to sort of say to you, this is where I sort of said where it crowns you, and the way it crowns you in love, it crowns you in loving what you're doing. This is really important for you. Your karmic mission is to head towards what makes you fall in love with what you do in the world, in the material sense, in the way in which you work or what you do. You know, I think it's really important. With the Six of Pentacles, you get the High Priestess, clarity of inner vision. Clarity of inner vision, basically. And the combining of the unseen, so it's your intuition here. And I think you've used your intuition in the past a lot, as I've said. You've assessed situations before you make that step forward. It's been very calculated risks. That's what the past is all about. Now, what's going on with this Temperance card? That is what I'm interested in more than anything else. Let's just see what's going on there. Six of Cups. Well, the Six of Cups, in this pack here, the Six of Cups, that's got a Ten of Wands. Try that one. Yes. In that pack there, right? It's got the cup. It's got someone offering, an older person offering a younger person a cup of flowers, basically. And here you've got this person here, which is the beginning journey, and that's the whole journey, as it were, as it goes through here, and eventually ends up at that where you've grown together with with something. And I think this is where you've grown. I think you've outgrown your job or your place or your business. Something needs to change. But what it's saying here is, as you're sort of being patient and mulling things over, I think it's also saying to you, don't forget about the happy things or the things that made you happy, because that can be integrated into your future. And that gift that your wiser self is offering to you at the moment, your future self is offering to you at the moment, is don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Know what you've enjoyed on the pathway, and what you've enjoyed on the pathway, can it be applied in your new future? I think you're really thinking about sort of saying, I've got a funny feeling this career path within this business I'm in, within this job I'm in, or within this project that I'm doing at the moment, it's come to a certain level and things need to change. A new direction needs to be taken for all of this. Just don't forget what fun it has been to get to where you are, and try and instigate that within the future. From the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Once you realise that, there's no time to procrastinate about it in the future. And it's choosing that pathway. It's choosing that voyage that you've got to go on. And it's going to bring you to a place of ultimate abundance within whatever you're doing. And in reality to what you're doing. So if I apply for a job that pays me $50,000 a year or £50,000 a year, I'm not going to buy a Ferrari with that. Be realistic as well. But 50,000 is better than what I'm earning at the moment, let's say. So, I think this is, it's relative to who you are and what you're doing at the moment. But whatever it is, there's a step up here. And I think this is what you're working on here. This is what you're mulling over. So I would, if you engage with your heart or your ultimate happiness in regards to your business, if you engage in that side and then see how it's been working up to now and how you want to go forward into the future, then you can really start sorry, someone's beeping for some reason, and you can really go to the future in a way that's gonna build a lot for you, that's gonna bring a lot into your life, basically. Fall in love with your victory. There you go, Pisces. Thank you very much. Don't forget about the workshops as well. You'll find all the links in the description below, also to private sessions that I give out that you can book up, and also the energy updates and all the energy videos that I do over on Cymatic TV, which will be linked around my head at some point. In the meantime, Pisces, engage your heart, and don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.